everyone, welcome to the demo of WalkThroughs MVP. So let's get started. So this is a project that I developed a few months back. This is called SwiftAuth, and what it does is it's an authentication tool which helps businesses authenticate their users directly via messaging apps without the need of remembering any passwords or waiting for any OTPs, right? So in this project, I have integrated a email verification process that most of the platforms have. So it will work in a similar way that once the client signups on my platform, and once you click signups, this gonna send an email verification on their mail, right? So let's take a scenario where one of my friend need to collaborate on this project, and he'll be developing an improving this email verification process. So what he's gonna do in a general case is that he's gonna clone this project and start understanding it step by step how this process is working, and by adding debugging points or adding log statements in order to understand the exact working of this project, right? Which is actually quite time consuming and effort process, right? So what I as a developer can do, who have actually developed this thing, is I can create a guided tour inside the IDE itself, so that he can just play back that tour, and he can understand how exactly that specific email verification process is taking place, so that he can immediately understand it, or in just a few minutes, or in few hours he can understand how it is working, rather than spending hours or even days under understanding the entire project, which doesn't make any sense, right? So let's see how will that work, right? So after the other person have installed the extension, then he can just click on the plus icon and add the name. Like for this tutorial, this is gonna be an email verification tutorial, right? So I'm gonna just type that, and I'll just write a description for it: understanding how email verification takes place at the back end, right? So I'm gonna just create the walkthrough. So let's see how I'm gonna create a step-by-step guided tour for my friend to actually understand it. So first of all, after the sign up, this function takes place, like executes. So I'm gonna just highlight that, and I'm gonna add that to the step, and I'm gonna add a description, which is gonna be a markdown description that I've already written in order to save time. So I'm gonna just add that, right? I'm just gonna make it a little bigger. I'm gonna just copy paste it from here, and I'm gonna just add it, right? That's a step one, because at this step the first initiation of the email verification process starts. So after this, it calls an internal function, right? I'm gonna just go there. Now after that, this function is getting called, which is basically packaging the entire template along with the dynamic data, and the templates it actually gets sent to that client email from our registered email. This is what the function is doing. So I'm going to just select this, and I'm going to add the second step, right? And its description is also I've already written. So I'm going to just copy paste that. So after this we go to this step, in which in it is being redirected to another route, which is going to handle the email send function. So I'm going to just add that to the step, and I'm going to add the third step, which this is going to be the third step. So I'm going to add some description to it, right? So my third step is done. After that, once this email send route is called, this below function is actually getting called, right? So I'm gonna just select that and add this as my fourth step, right? So I'm gonna just copy paste its description, right? And finally And finally, this email route is being actually taking place, in which once the user clicks verify button on the HTML template, this route is actually being called, right? So which is calling the inside function email verify, which I'm gonna go here, and this is the email verification actual, which is changing the status to true. And so I'm gonna add, and the last step over here, which is going to tell key yes, the email has been verified and it's going to be updated in the DB, right? So this is the last function. I'm going to add the description of it, and it's confirmed. So all my steps for email verifications, and that too step by step, have been added, and I'm going to just end the tour. Now as you can see, my email verification tour has been created over here. So what my friend has to do now is just install this extension, and he just have to play this email verification tutorial, and he will be guided step by step that how email verification is being taken place. So I'm gonna just do that. So as you can see that this is taking me to the first step, and is actually highlighting that how email verification, the first step. Similarly, it's going to take me to the second step and actually describe what it is actually doing and all that thing, and it's taking me to the third step. I can also go previously if I'm not able to understand it, and similarly we can go and explore all the steps step by step, and simultaneously read about it, what process it is doing, and what approach have been taken place to actually build that function or that route. So yeah, after the person have actually understood everything, then he or she can actually end the tour. And similar way, without spending like hours understanding the other code, or like the code that doesn't make sense to this feature, or just debugging it for hours, this is, I think, the best approach to actually get started with the code and start building it right away. So yeah, that's about it. Similarly, I have made a tour for how actual authentication is being taking place in this project, which gonna help any other developer who's gonna actually build over it, either in a firm or in open source collaboration, and they can understand how things are working immediately without spending hours actually running and understanding it. So yeah, that's about the walkthroughs MVP, and I hope you like it. So yeah, thank you so much.